Hello and welcome back to Mini Metro, and it's time for another challenge. Not a daily challenge, no, but one of the tricky challenges that we've been doing at the top level. So we've done London, we've done Paris, New York, Chicago. Budapest was already done. See, the 1200 delivered using no more than 2 tunnels. Apparently that was easy. And this brings me on to a question that I asked in the last one. So, we used to have 3 challenges per city, so here we got the 3, and now we only have the 2. Does this mean that the tricky challenge was only medium difficulty? In Budapest, maybe that's an answer was yes. In Chicago, the answer was definitely no. But Berlin, the level that we are going to do, will delivering 1,000 passengers in Berlin using no more than 1 locomotive per line. Is that going to be a medium difficulty challenge or a tricky challenge like Chicago? Well, there is only one way to find out, and that is to play. So let's go! Here we are. Welcome to Berlin. Willkommen aus Berlin. And we'll start off with that line with the 1 train on it. So far, so good. Anyway, what I'm going to do now is sooner than usual, I'm going to hand over to VoiceOver Me, because I promised you shout-outs, and shout-outs are going to happen. You've only got the 1 shout-out. But VoiceOver David is going to take charge of this one, so he will hand back to me in a moment. Until then, enjoy!
So yes, this is VoiceOver Me coming from editing. Ooh, the joys of modern times. So first things first, I should point out, is yes, I've had to highly adjust the saturations and contrast on this video so we can see where the river is. And I know it's not very clear, but don't worry, I have a solution and you will find out later in this video. Ooh, something exciting for you to carry on watching for. Anyway, yes, Past Me has already promised you shout-outs, so here we come. And I'll pop it on screen because it's Christopher Answorth, 8264 has just gone Promossum, whatever that means, but with a smiley emoji. I like the smiley face, so thank you for that, Christopher. I'm sorry, I won't even say your name again, but thank you very much for that message. I'm not sure I understood it, but that doesn't matter. Anyone else who wants a shout out, please feel free to comment away in any of these videos and I will chuck a shout out in one of them. Anyway, back to the video. I will be handing over to me very soon from the past. So, until later, there'll be more voiceovers I'm sure coming up. Ciao and thanks for the shout out time.
So I'm hoping that was enough time for VoiceOver Me to have done all the shout-outs. It might have taken me a while to pronounce that one, but hopefully that's all done. There's only 1 of them, so I don't know why it would have taken that long anyway. So far we are cruising along merrily. We have passed 10% of the way there. We are having a bit of an issue at the moment with how the lines are coming together, but in this one I think we are going to take another line. We can't have long lines, so we might as well just have lots of little ones coming along. That's what yeah, there we go. So yeah, we've got a problem that down here we seem to be getting lots and lots of triangles spawning all together and stuff. We haven't really had the chance to get many circles form, but so far it's not looking too bad. Nothing is getting outlandish. Maybe this green one here could do with being broken up a little bit, but it's surviving. As long as I keep getting new lines, I think it should all be good. So as it stands there, I think you've worked it out. I don't really have that much to say. I can't envisage that changing anytime soon.
So Past Me at the time was really concentrating, didn't have much to say, as you probably guessed from me saying I didn't have much to say. So back over to VoiceOver Me, and we can see we're getting lots of lines coming in. It's trundling along semi alright, but it's a lot more challenging this one than I thought it was going to be. So Yeah, I'm not sure how this one is going to go.
Oh, fiddly stickies. We're only halfway, and it's not looking promising. We have issues here, here, here. That might be it for at the moment. I thought we were going to have more here's. My prediction is we are not finishing this level. Three state trains, which I can't use, which is annoying. Okay, we're going to fail here. We are failing pretty soon. Failure is imminent. And failure. And it's not been going well. So this is definitely a tricky one now.
But I shall persevere nonetheless. This might be my 5th attempt. And yes, as I said, things weren't going well. But I will not be that easily defeated. I will keep going. And I can tell you with the benefit of hindsight that I will keep going. As this one is definitely tricky. But anyway, let's see how things go. So just jumping forward a little bit. We always get to this point around 200-300 and it's like, yep, things are looking alright. But this is where things start initially falling apart. Some lines, as you can see, like the red one, are just getting too long and we're bottlenecking. And we just can't increase the capacity on the lines quickly enough. So yeah, I'm not sure this one's going to go much longer. We can see lots of issues already cropping up. And I don't think there's many answers for it. We'll quickly let this one play out. Yep, it's about to happen. You can see it on the red line. I don't think it's going to help. I think it'll be too little, too late. Will it work? No. So, yeah, this must be about my 15th attempt right now. So, yeah, we have now transitioned into night. It's been going at it for so long, which, as a happy coincidence, means it's a lot nicer for you to look at. I haven't got to do all that ghastly overexposing and contrasting the rest I've done on the other ones, and this looks quite nice. Anyway, after 15 attempts and 15 failures, or whatever it is in this one, beginning to develop a bit of an affinity for this map. I've been to Berlin quite a few times, and I really like it as a city. So this island here is like Museum Island. Where the mouse is like the Berliner Dom. It's like the main cathedral, sort of, in Berlin. And then just down to the bottom end of the island down here is the, the Hanslow Forum, which is like a, it's an old palace sort of thing, which, well, it's got the facade of a palace, but because everything was destroyed in Berlin in recent times, everything's been rebuilt. So it's got a nice modern sort of museum inside it, and then they've done the ancient looking facade on it. On the other end of the island, you have like the Pergamon and a few other museums. Up this end, where this light green line is going, we're going up to like Alexanderplatz. You've got the TV tower, and even up to the Hofbrauhaus, which, while I know that's not from like Berlin or particularly Hanoverian, it is very tasty, and I do like that kind of food, like the pork knuckle and the beers and stuff. Well worth a visit. Down by the river, just below all that, where those triangles are, you'll have the Mark Engelsplatz, and then on the other side of the river, down where that circle is, roughly around there, would be the Brandenburg Palace, like the Parliament buildings, the Brandenburg Gate, and stuff, and the Holocaust Memorial, which is very moving, I must say. So it's a very historical area, that south side. So yeah, it's a cool city. We are making it a nice connection that's going to link all these good sites together. which actually in a weird way is very much what is happening in real Berlin, because it was split north and south for such a long time. Like there's a sort of metro network one side and a metro network the other side, because obviously if you were on the Soviet East German side, you wouldn't want just all your citizens getting on a train, going underneath the Berlin Wall and getting off in West Germany and getting citizenship over there. Like that'd be far too easy. So the networks are a little bit cut off, and they are trying to connect the two together. Anyway, that's probably enough sort of history and stuff for now. If we return to this level and let's see how we're getting on. So we're around the 300, approaching 350 I think at the moment. And issues are definitely arising. Like that central hub square is just getting super busy. This purple line down the bottom is hopefully going to try and share the load a little bit. But the trouble is, with only one train on that red line, it just can't get enough coming under the river. Like we're bottlenecking it a bit. And I could try shrinking down the red line to get more stuff going across, but I don't think it's going to work. And I feel that failure is coming for me once again. Once again, I will be defeated by Berlin and I'll have to keep cracking on. So let's see how we do with this one. Oh, will that line do anything? Will it save us? I'm not sure going through the north is really going to help us. Oh, that red train hit it right at this right moment there. But you know what? There's too many things going off now. We're not reaching 1,000. No, well, I suppose we're up around 650. We are making progress, but it's over. Failure once again. Let's go again. So yes, here I am to try it again and again and again. So this is about my 25th attempt now. I'm beginning to lose count. It's been so many. And I'm still going, still pushing on through, trying different things. Just anything to try and get me to that top level. Like, I don't even know if it's possible. I've got close. I've even had it up to around the 800, 900 mark. But that last little push to get to 1,000 has just been eluding me. The trouble is, with only one train on each line, you just isn't the capacity on the line. So when they start getting long and they start getting busy, I can't move enough stuff around, and then we just get bottlenecks forming and stuff. So at this point, we've got an extra line already, and I want to get new lines every single time if possible, because that's the only way I can increase my capacity. Because if I get a carriage, yes, I can put it on a train and make a line have more capacity. It doesn't give me more capacity. That train that I get, I can't then use. So at this point, that island to the west doesn't have anything on it. So that is helping me out nicely, which means I don't have to use another tunnel up getting over to there, which means I can have two lines down in the south, which going under the river, which are really helping me. And then I'm using a third one, that dark green one, to move stuff around. So the triangles and the circles and stuff, and those uniques down there, don't need to come under the river too much. So we're just trying to keep everything sort of as shorter distances as possible. There we go. Yep. We've got a circle line. This is like our first circle line that we've had all the time. I've been using an awful lot of back and forwards lines because I found they've sort of helped, because if you have like a triangle on both ends, then you can take stuff in both directions and you're not sort of looping stuff around the whole sort of way. If you had two trains where you could do one going in opposite directions, then that would help. At this point, I'm just gambling that I don't need another tunnel and taking the carriages and stuff. It is working out at this point, and I have come up fairly comfortably at this point to 700 points. There are a few issues now forming up down on that light blue circle line, but as long as I can keep manipulating him to clear stuff out, it will keep working. We also have a nice circle on that brown line, and as it's only triangles and circles and we're alternating, that is sort of working fairly nicely. It just means that any unique ones have to get transported the whole way back round. Once again, I am risking that we're not going to take anything on that island, and I'm taking the carriage so we can increase capacity and stuff. And I'm just going to make these carriages dance in between all of the lines when they're needed. So we're past 900. It's going well. I'm going to tap out now. I'm going to pass back to pass me, because I can tell you now, an excitement is brewing, and excitement is coming. I'll hand it over to him.
Oh yeah, we might make it. We've just got 3 more to go. I thought this wasn't possible. Come on. Yes! Yes! It must be about 20 odd attempts to get there, and we got there in the end. Booyakasha! I am celebrating that one hard. I genuinely thought this could have been impossible. But this time I definitely got lucky. The fact that I wasn't getting options of too many tunnels, and there was nothing that spawned in here. Cool. So now, in true fashion, I'm going to see how much further I can get this. I reckon 50 journeys more maximum. I'm not going to get to 1100, let's be real, am I? But let's give it a go. Continue. There we go. 10:58. I mean, of course, I didn't do anything in that last moment, but yes, yes, I am pleased with that one. That has been days of trial and error. I mean, it's probably a long video for you to watch, even with my editing and the fact that I've cut out about 20 odd attempts at that. But yes, I mean, I'm not even that far, only just over 100 points behind my best score in Berlin. It's not an easy level. Look at that green tick. Never had a little green tick been earned as hard as that. Whew. Man. Yeah, so they have been getting trickier. Like the first couple started out fairly easy over here. These were fairly easy. Chicago was tricky, and this was borderline impossible. I wonder what Melbourne is like, but this must be like insane, like god tier level. Deliver 1,000 passengers in Melbourne with at least one station connected to all lines. Oh, okay. I like the sound of that one. It's equal to make a big terminal stop. So one station with all the lines going through it. I might give that one a go at some point. At least I don't have to limit myself to one train per line. Oh man, that made life so much harder for this one. So much harder. But we'll give that a go in the next one. I've now got quite a lot of editing to go to. Until then, enjoy the rest of your day. Ciao.